Are you seeking guidance on your spiritual journey? Need help with a vexing problem? Missing a loved one and looking for answers? Look no further than Psychic Insights, a small trusted psychic service offering mediums, psychics, and spiritual coaching. This service is managed by Hollis Taylor, a gifted psychic medium, astrologer, and a compassionate coach. We are dedicated to helping you navigate your spiritual awakening. At Psychic Insights, we provide medium readings and psychic insight to help you plan for tomorrow and make choices for today. Find the support you need, compassionate grief coaching, and astrological insights to help you spiritually grow and transform. Our professional services include well-managed schedules, recorded sessions, and reliable psychic mediums ready to facilitate your transformational experience. Discover more at psychicinsights.life.
Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome. It is a beautiful Sunday afternoon, and I hope, well, it's a beautiful Sunday afternoon.
It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. It's at least sunny. It's not warm, but it's sunny.
Not up here. Not up here. It looks like there's a storm brewing. Probably going to get some snow. So that's what's happening
we had
up
snow
here.
all day yesterday. All day yesterday.
We
Wasn't
did too.
expecting it. It looked like somebody shook up a snow globe.
Yeah, I didn't expect quite that much snow, but it wasn't that much. It was only an inch or so. And
we got like 3. We got like 3 inches in like 2.5 hours. It was crazy.
Okay, so isn't that weird, Tabbie, that you're down there and I'm up here, up in the mountains at 9,000 feet where I'm supposed to get more snow than you?
Yeah.
And what the heck? What the heck?
It was yesterday was really weird.
Wow. It's always so odd when that happens to me. Like if I'm up here and then drive down the mountain and I get down into like Boulder and it's completely the opposite. It's completely the opposite of what I expect. And I'm like, what the? It's just so weird. It's very weird. Mountains. If you've never been to Colorado, it's kind of a weird thing. But it is beautiful up in the mountains. It's absolutely gorgeous with just trees everywhere, more trees than you could ever imagine or count, with just rolling beautiful mountains everywhere. So, hi, Bianca. Welcome. Hi, everyone. Hey, Regina. Good to see you. Barbara. Regina's in Nashville. Oh, man.
Ooh, nice.
It's probably warm there. Sienna and Elaine. Welcome, Stacy. And MS. Hey, Rubber Duck. Suspicious already. I hope to hear from my late husband, Jeff. Hi, Regina. Okay. Oh my gosh. Sarah Barr's got 10 inches of snow in New Hampshire.
That's the only thing I like most about Colorado is that it snows and it melts and it snows and it melts, at least where I am.
Yeah, it does up here too. It melts and then we have beautiful sunny days for a day or two and then it snows again. It just snows more often up here. That's all.
Yeah.
Hi, Bianca. And Colorado Springs is my favorite place. Sienna, did you go to the what's it called? Garden of the Gods. Have you ever been to the Garden of the Goddess?
I have, but it's been a long, long time. So we were there years ago. Like years and years and years ago.
Bright Hawk was actually part of
back. I think the energy would be completely different now.
Probably. Bright Hawk helped be part of establishing that. So
really,
that was interesting. Bright
That
Hawk's a
sounds
musician,
nice.
so people tend to invite her to things like that. And she's a spiritual musician, so yeah, I would invite her. I invite her when I do events online that you'll be able to join us with, Tabbie. When we
And me
do
too.
events, some of these people know. I Bright Hawk comes along. She tells spiritual stories and music. She plays the handpan. She's priceless. She's great. Oh, totally awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think she played handpan there. I think she might have also played djembe. She also, because she's a musician, right? So she's, and everybody loves her because she's a damn good djembe player. She's like the djembe
Oh,
player that
that's
you can't
nice.
not dance.
Oh,
You
okay.
have to dance,
See, and
like where you're like,
I like to dance anyway, even like
yeah,
like
me
music
too,
moves me.
me too, yeah, me too. All right, um, what is that? It's just, I think it's like literally across the street, isn't it, Tabbie?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
goddess. It's very similar, but it's meant to be a more effeminate and to honor the goddess, Sienna. You know, a lot of times in our world today, we honor the god because we live in a hyper masculine world. In case you didn't notice, and so it's important. And a lot of us more spiritual, and I'm a witch, and most of you know that. Most of us witchy type people, we honor the goddess. My son was raised as a goddess lover, and he's 31 years old. Talks to his daughter about her period. He teaches his wife about hers, and that's an example of being brought up in a goddess culture where he is, and he'll tell you, my wife is special and her period um is important because frankly, you know, she needs to know that she's special for giving birth. And that's what makes her sacred. And that's a sacred gift. And every period is sacred. So if she's having cramps, I'm going to do everything I can to support her in that sacred journey, because that's what happens when you raise a boy in the goddess tradition. They learn that goddess is sacred instead of just God being sacred. He's learned that both is sacred, that both have their place, and the god is to hold space for the goddess. And the god is the sun, and the goddess is the earth. And without one or the other, they wouldn't exist. And so that's what he's taught at a young age. And then when someone grows up in that or has that belief system, that's where we come into balance. And that's my personal belief system. So I always like to include a little bit of witchcraft. It's usually well liked. Most people appreciate it. I got to visit the city for a game, but unfortunately wasn't there long enough to see the more scenic nature parts. Sorry about that, Bianca. Yeah, don't come to Colorado without taking a drive in the mountains.
Beautiful place.
Can you imagine that,
Right.
Tabby? Can you imagine
It's
city,
beautiful.
Colorado, and not taking a drive in the mountains? I can't imagine it. I went to
No. No.
the astrology conference, and I was like, you guys are not even going for a ride? What are you, crazy? You know?
What do you
So,
mean? What do you mean?
right.
I'll have to after the group, I'll have to post one of the views from my house, because when I walk out, I can see Pikes Peak, like the whole entire Front Range. But from
Yeah.
my house, I can just see
Nice.
like, and it's one of the most beautiful things you'll ever see. And my favorite time of
Agreed.
year is when the full moon is sitting right on top of
Nice.
uh Pikes Peak, and you can barely see it, but it's so gorgeous. So I have
What
a
a
couple
beautiful.
pictures I'll drop into the group just for the fun of it.
Yeah, like Indian Peaks is beautiful. I
Yeah.
also enjoy I have Star Mountain, which is part of Golden Gate State
Mm,
Park in my yard. So
yeah.
so if I look right up here, I can see Star Mountain, which is also where I can see the clouds coming in right now. And I'm like,
Yeah, you're
"Ooh."
like, ooh.
So we're kind of up in the clouds. So Tabby's down here and I'm kind of up here in the clouds in Colorado, but we both live in
Yeah.
Colorado.
Yeah.
Rifle, Colorado. I don't know. Every time I hear the name, I'm like, but that's just me. It's just my
It's
personal. Okay.
yeah. No, Rifle's actually absolutely gorgeous. It's just outside of Vail. So between Vail and Grand Junction.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I've been through Vale a billion times. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Vale is beautiful. I kind of live up in those mountains, you guys. Near right. I live near more a town called Netherland or Blackhawk. Okay. Hi, Isaac. Welcome, Shauna. Oh, Shauna. I was like, Shauna, you're not new. I think she's saying she's new to your lives,
Or trying
Tabbie.
to
'Cause I'm
see.
like, wait a
You're
minute.
mine. Yeah.
All right. All right. Yes, Sienna. It's a place in Colorado Springs. It's right across from the Garden of the Gods. Um, Thanks, Barbara. I appreciate that. I think so. A lot of people say so. Yep. But I worked really hard at it to not repeat what my mom did to me. Um, Whoa, what happened? Okay, I'm really struggling today. I hope Corey comes through. Okay. All right, Shauna. You're gonna get through this, Shauna. Mars is almost direct. Hi, Regina wants to hear from her husband. Hi, Eva and Carla and Rosanna. Where both of you live. Oh, beautiful, where you both live. Yep. Hi, Roseanne from Ireland. Did the group wake up? The group has woken up. Welcome, Danielle and
Right.
Suzanne and Steve and Stephanie. Um, Welcome, everyone. I'm glad you're here. Now, why don't you go ahead, Tabbie, and tell them what you want to do, and I'll go ahead and did you want to do it the same way today?
I think we're going to do it a little bit of a mix. So I think the
Okay.
very first reading, what I want to do, Hollis, is I want to like open up the door and start the channel with a very specific call in, so that I can. So we'll have a name, and then I'm going to go with who comes in after that, and we'll see how that goes, because I think that just it opens up the flow and allows me to do what I'm used to doing. And then we're going to step into some new space for me because I do a lot of, most of my readings are one-on-one. So I don't do a lot of group readings. So when I come into this space to do the group reading, um, like doing spirit-led group readings are well, just they're new for me. I usually just do the one-on-one, tell me who your loved one is and here's your information. so I really want to do this, and I actually had somebody who was lining up, so I have that, but I also want to pick a name and start there. So
Okay. Well,
and
do
Hollis,
you
I'm
want
going
to
to
pick
let you
them
do
or?
that. No, I'm
Oh,
going to let
okay.
you do that because it's easier for me if I just sit here and let the energy build.
Okay.
And you can pick the
So,
first one and then I'll go from there.
okay. I just want to answer Suzanne. Suzanne's also next. Suzanne, yeah, it's Mars is in retrograde. It'll be forward at the end of the month. That's why you're feeling like that. Uh, Regina, that's Mars in retrograde. Okay. All right. So Suzanne is also next. So I was also going to use her, but I wanted to address her most recent question about Mars. I'm trying to put her message up. Sometimes it takes a second. She would love a reading for her brother, Suzanne's brother. So do you need his name?
Okay.
I don't know if you need Suzanne's name, his
That's okay.
name. Okay.
Can you guys hear me? Somebody, let's see.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
All right. Sorry, my internet went glitchy there for a second. All right. And so Suzanne, uh, Suzanne, what is your brother's name?
His name is Darcy.
Oh, okay. Darcy. Thank you. So the minute I said Darcy in my head, I got the words, "Hey, love." So Darcy was Darcy really was an outgoing person, but only to people that he was really really close to. So if you met Darcy out, um like he was nice enough, but he wasn't open. He wasn't open with his affection. He wasn't open with his kindness. He wasn't open to outsiders. But people Darcy really, really loved, that he was really, really associated with, or that he would consider his inner circle, like his family and his friends. Like he was a really kind, really outgoing kind of person, but only around his people where he felt safe. Does that make sense to you, Suzanne? Um, and I got this sense that Darcy was always he was always like I got a picture of a man in a sweater. So he was wearing it was like a brown and tan sweater, and he liked wearing this brown and tan sweater, and he like he would he like, and I keep getting like I, I don't know, cheers love, that's what I keep getting in my head. So he would talk to you about the things that he would not. So Darcy's like, I don't talk to strangers about my problems, so why would I talk to strangers in a group? And then he's really like, I want to connect, I want to tell her things that are important, but he's like, how do I say it in front of all these people that I don't know? It's just that he's very hesitant to step forward and give the message. So I'm going to ask Darcy if he's what evidence or what can you say about. So I get there's a lot of emotion. So Suzanne, you were when Darcy passed, it was very emotional, it was very overwhelming to you, and there's a lot of things that were left unsaid between you and him. And a lot of the things that he would have loved to have talked to you about, he never took the time to have those conversations. He just always thought he would have more time. He always just thought that he would be available to talk about it later. Um and was his death sudden? Was it it just came on kind of suddenly, and he just didn't expect that he wasn't going to be here to have those conversations with you, and he just never found the right time. And he's a little bit, like I said, he's a little bit shy, he's a little bit anxious about having those conversations when he was very closed, not closed off, but closed knit. Like he only discussed things with his very personable people, and he's really disappointed that he didn't take the time to have the conversations. You guys were having, like, I don't want to say a family disagreement when he passed, but you guys weren't like in the super most best place ever. And it wasn't that he like you just weren't talking about the things that were happening, because he just thought he'd have time to do it later. And Suzanne says, yes, that was my brother. Okay. And he's very much, he's disappointed in himself that he left things, in his words, in a disarray. Like things, because he didn't talk about it, because he didn't really say what was going on, he didn't have the conversations that he was supposed to have, because my throat chakra keeps closing. And that's an indicator to me, is that the energy of not expressing what he needed to express. And because he didn't express what he needed to express before he left, he feels like he left everything in a mess, and he's like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that to you guys." So, and I'm really wondering if it was like, so I'm gonna ask. So, and it's like I left you guys in the lurch. I left you guys to deal with the aftermath and the finances and all the things. And he's like, and he kind of feels shitty for that. And he's sorry that, like, specifically, he's sorry to you for having to clean up his mess. Does that make sense to you, Susan? I asked him if there's anything else he'd like to say to you, and he's like, again, he started the sentence with love. I'm drastically sorry that this is the mess that I left for you. And he wants you to forgive him. But I keep getting this sense that you're like, you want him to forgive you. And so that's a really big condition for both of you to work through energetically, is that you loved him and you would have done anything for him. And had he been more conversational about what was actually happening in his life, then you would have been able to step forward and help him in a way that he needed. And that energy that you've been carrying around is, he's like, I know you would have, but it was my choice that I didn't talk to you about what was going on. He's like, I thought I had more time. And it says, yes, yes, sudden and very emotional. Okay. All right. Well, Susan, I'm sorry that that happened. He didn't have time to work through all of the problems that were coming up, and like, he just thought he was going to have more time. He didn't think that, and he's sorry for leaving you such a big mess to clean up. Like, it wasn't his intention, it wasn't his expectation, but he loves you. I just want you to go ahead and accept that love from Darcy. All right. I'm going to go ahead and release Darcy and Susan. So, the energy that I'm coming up with now is it's an older gentleman. Um, he was older when he passed. Male energy. He came knocking on the door like the minute that he I was doing some meditation, and he's like, "Hi, I'm here. I'm ready." And so he's very eager. So older gentleman. He's got, when he passed, he had like a gray white hair. It was about to his shoulders. Um, he wore glasses, and he said for sometimes he would use a cane, but not always. He just does this sound familiar to anybody? Let's see. Need a little bit more. He was when he was younger, he had dark hair. He thought he was a ladies' man. And he would walk around with this kind of swagger, um, trying to get, like, and he did it mostly in fun. Um, but he would walk around with a swagger. And so that's why as he got older, he was too vain to carry his cane with him that he was supposed to carry with him. So a lot of times he wouldn't do that. Um, and I keep getting the fact that this cane was an issue. Like, people used to yell at him because he would rather trip and fall than carry this cane. And it was more of a he thought he looked like an old man if he carried the cane, and he didn't want to look like an old man. Um, Does this sound familiar to anybody? Let's see.
Not yet. Not
Nope.
yet. Mhm.
Okay.
You could always try to connect with the spirit a little bit deeper, and then if no one takes them, then we just let it go and go to the next one.
Okay.
Because sometimes the person watches it later, so you might be also specific in the spirits that step forward.
Later.
They
Yeah, that's
should
what I was
they
thinking.
should they should also. I usually say the spirit should. It doesn't always work, but usually does. Please only step forward if your loved one is listening right now, because the spirit knows.
Well, and I did set that intention when I started because I was like, it needs to be somebody who can actually hear the message. And he's like, she'll be here. She'll be here. So it is, it's a male, looking for a female. Um, and I want to say it's his daughter, um, specifically. So so the message, so I'm just gonna give the message, Hollis, and then if somebody watches it later, they can claim it on the in the comments. So he's his response is that he's like, I show up for you. I show up for you all the time. I'm always there. I'm always watching. I'm always looking over your shoulder. Um, there was either a wedding or a big ceremony that just took place, and he was there watching the ceremony, and he knows that he was part of their hearts during the ceremony, but he wasn't actually physically there, and they paid attention to him. They gave like a remembrance or an honoring for him, and he was really touched by the fact that they took the time to include him when um, he didn't think that that was something that they would do. So this is, but it's a message for his daughter, and she recently included him. And I want to say it was a wedding ceremony, but it was a ceremony of some sort. So okay, all right. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. Hmm. So this is a lady, and she's definitely stepping forward. Um, she's like, I don't know what all the fuss is about. You guys can just get the. She's like, you don't have to connect with me through spirit. You can. She's like, I'm here right now. I'm always here. I'm always listening. I'm always watching. And you know this. She was very, very sassy. Very, like, she came in. She was wearing she had like the cigarette holder thing from, and like the flapper dress, so she like the 20s. So but that was the era that she most enjoyed her life. So this is, I'm assuming she's going to be somebody's grandmother or aunt, based on the fact that she came in, maybe a mother, but she enjoyed her life the most, and she was really sassy. She grew up, the family was very poor, but she was very economical. She very much took care of all of the things, and but she would put people in their place. Um, and there's a picture of her that you can see, that has either set on like on a mantle or on a fireplace or for years and years and years. And it's this picture of her in this dress, and she's standing there, and she's like in her roaring 20s gorgeousness. And she's but she was something else in her when she was younger. She just um like, and she forged the path for a lot of women's rights, women's like, she was one of the people, like, she was in the middle of the suffragist movement and really moving forward a lot of things that were like antiquated. And she was really proud of the work that she did. So she used to talk about it when she got older, right before she passed. um and she has, and I don't know if it's her daughter or her granddaughter that's on this call. Um, I really want to say that this is like a great grandmother type energy for somebody, um, and that people have told you that you resemble her, um, in facial features and in body type, and that she's been like your family members discuss her all the time. Yeah, I need to read. Okay. All right. Nobody is claiming her either. Okay. Let me see. So we have some gentlemen that have passed. Let's see. Hmm. So, Sharisha, it looks like you had posted in here that you were looking at um, anything from your baby. It was her birthday yesterday. What is your baby's name? I don't see. Are you still with me? Excellent. Hello, hello. Okay. Taylor Eden. Okay. So Taylor Eden. So Teresa, so I just get this sense that Taylor didn't get a lot of that there wasn't a lot of, like, I got a hi mom, but I didn't get, like, there wasn't a lot of experience in life. So this is this sense of that, um because I was trying to find out, like, at what age did Taylor pass, so I could give some more evidence so that I can show that I'm connected with Taylor. And I got this sense that she didn't have a long life here with us. Um, and I'm trying to fill into that and see, what information can Taylor provide you that would be evidence of her connection. So I was asking if Taylor was a baby when she passed away or if she was a young adult, and I got the answer yes. And what that tells me is that from your perspective as her mother, you she was always your baby. She's always been your baby. She's always going to be your baby. Um, and but she lived a little bit of her life on this planet and not long enough. And I've got this image in my head of you holding her hand, and she's just like she looks up to you all the time, all the time, all the time. And like one of your favorite things that you had with her was that she was always there to support you. Like you've always, and I say she was there to support you, like she made your life better. She made your life happier. And even though she wasn't here very long, she really did just support you in one of the easiest ways to explain it is that she was there emotionally to support you. And she all like just seeing her, just hearing about her, just talking to her was one of the things that it would just make you feel better. And it was always something that you did, is that you would listen to like her conversations or have conversations with her. Mm. Yeah, and she just um uh okay. So she passed at 1 year and 3 months, but I don't know about you, but you would hold her, and like you before she even got to this planet, you talked to her. Like you talked to her in utero, you talked to her, like she just she gave you love and support, and you just she was there for you emotionally, even though she was just a baby. And like it was, and that's why it's so hard that you're dealing with this right now, is the like that emotional connection. You feel like it's lost forever. And I just want you to know that like she's not here physically, but she literally surrounds you energetically every day to hold you and take care of you and help you through the pain that you're suffering with. And I just want you to take a deep breath in and allow the energy of her love to come into your body to help with the pain and with the sadness that you're dealing with right now. And really just open yourself up to her love and her energy. It says, please tell my baby I love her more than life. And your baby says that she loves you, and you have to keep loving, and you have to keep living. And she's just going to keep surrounding you. And she'll hold you as long as you need her to. But you have to be here right now. I just got this like these big, and I don't know what color her eyes were, but I got big blue eyes in my vision of like these big blue eyes looking up at you. The energy and just holding you. Like you may be her mother, but she's energetically holding you right now. Mm, my heart's heavy for you. But your baby loves you, and she's holding you. And just allow her in. Allow her to love you. Okay. All the time and always. Beautiful. Says, you're so correct. Thank you kindly. You are so welcome. Beautiful. Thank you guys. How beautiful. Thank you, Shrisha, for allowing her to be here with us and sharing your pain. And she's beautiful. I can feel her. Like, and she loves you, Mama. She loves you. Says, what a beautiful message. So emotional just listening. Oh, you guys. Danielle, any messages from my sister-in-law? Danielle, I believe I did. I think I've connected with your sister-in-law before. Remind me her name. Oh, letting go of a lot of the emotion that was coming through on the last one. Sister-in-law, Ashley. Hi, Ashley. So Ashley had dark brown hair, and I just seen a flash of her face. Um, she so the message is it's heavy. It like I don't know how to explain it. It's like Ashley's very much she's coming in and she's like girl, you know what you need to do. Like Danielle, you keep not doing it and it's starting to piss me off. And I'm like I want to know what the it is. So I'm going to ask. Okay. Um so Ashley or Danielle, does Ashley have dark brown hair? I'm just wanting to make sure. She's very sassy. She wants to slap your ass. She keeps telling you that um you're supposed to be doing some stuff. It has to do with like keeping people from hurting you. That you keep allowing the same behavior to happen over and over and over again. And instead of standing up for yourself and telling them to knock it the hell off. And she's like, if I was there, I would tell them to knock it off for you. But I'm not there. So you have to stand on your own 2 feet and you have to do it for yourself. So stop pussyfooting around and start standing up for yourself because I'm tired of you getting hurt. Oh, that's kind of funny. And she's just got a very strong personality. Danielle says yes. Okay. Yeah, and it was very funny because she came in right away and she's giving you the what for. And like this is very much yeah, she's definitely giving you the what for. And she's like you know better. Like if I was there with you, like you wouldn't let them keep doing this to you. So whatever the situation is, she's telling you you need to stop allowing it to happen. And the only way that you can stop allowing it to happen is stand up for yourself in any way that you can. So, okay, so there's a little girl that's coming in. She's about 6 years old. She's got like long blonde hair. She's wearing a, I want to say it's like a white sundress. And when I see little kids, a lot of times I see them in like fields and stuff like that. But um, it doesn't mean that she's actually in a field. But I see this little girl running through a field, and she's wearing like a like a long white dress, and it's a sundress. So but it comes just past her knees, and she had long blonde hair in her life, and she was. So I got the word cancer. But I'm not sure if she died of cancer. It was like the complications of cancer. And like, so her long hair was before she got sick. And she used to, she wanted to be a princess. And so she would really, she would always like play princess dress up. Um, and it was one of her favorite things. And she used to try and get everybody to play princess dress up with her. And sometimes people would accommodate and sometimes people wouldn't. I'm going to pause there for a second. So Danielle did say that the message that I had from Ashley sounded just like her, just like her. Does anybody claim the little girl that was running through the field? Okay, and that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and new comments. All right. Hey, Stacy Green, can you tell me what your son's name is? TJ. So, so Sarah, I was asking TJ if he would like to step into the space and step into this energy with me, and he's like, "What do I need to do that for?" And so I was like, "Well, your mom would like a message," and he's like, "Doesn't she get the messages all the time? Doesn't she see what I send her? Doesn't she pay attention to the information I'm sending her? Am I doing all this work for nothing?" So, Sarah, I believe based off of that commentary that like he's kind of he's like kind of frustrated, but let me give and I see him in a green t-shirt. So he was wearing a green t-shirt. I don't know if it was like his favorite t-shirt, but he was wearing a green t-shirt. And he kind of did a sassy like hand on the hip kind of, well, what am I doing all this work for if she's not listening? So I want you to take some time to kind of think about the messages that you have been getting from TJ. And if you haven't been paying attention to them, I want you to kind of start paying attention. And I'm asking now what kind of messages is he sending you? Is he sending you music? Is he sending you signs? Is he sending you animals? Okay. So he said he's definitely sending you music because he liked music. It was something that he enjoyed, and he thought that it was a connection that the two of you always had. Um, and he thought that you would easily pick up on the messages that he was sending you through the music. Uh, okay, so it's funny. Um, Sarah says my son was such a jokester. Well, and so in my head, I was hearing the song "Signs, signs everywhere, signs," and I'm like, seriously. So he's like, I'm sending you. He's like, I am sending you so many signs, and they're all coming through music, and they're all in like various ways to catch your attention. He's like, but are you listening? Are you listening to the songs I'm sending you? And it says he loved his music. Okay. Yeah. So TJ like I said, he was hand on his hip, wearing this green shirt. And he's just like, why am I doing this work if you're not listening to it? And what else? So I asked him, what else does he need you to know? And his response was, he's like, I know she's hurting. I know she's in pain. I'm sorry that she's hurting so much. Um, my life was exactly what it needed to be at that time. And he's sorry, Mama. He's sorry, but listen to the damn music. It's his easiest way to talk to you. Aw. And he loves you. And he's sorry. And he has no desire um to like says I have a hard time getting signs. I would definitely pay more attention. Okay. And then lots of hearts. Yeah, he has no desire to hurt you or to see you in pain, and he knows that everything that happened caused you a lot of pain, and he's sorry for that. Mm. Thank you, TJ. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for allowing me to. I liked them. It was very funny. It was like a radio station had been turned on in my head because he was very much like, "What do you mean she's not getting my signs?" He's like, "I talk to her all the time." But thank you for allowing me to connect in with his energy. Okay, let's see. Mm. It says amazing messages for you, Stacy. Um, Regina, we have your I hope to hear from my late husband, Jeff. Okay. I think oh, Regina, there's a lot of pent up energy, pent up emotion, pent up anxiety, pent up hurt, pent up anger. Like and I'm trying to figure out if it's so Regina, this is your energy.
And a lot of energy that's coming up and out right now is this hurt, anger, frustration, disappointment, loss, pain. It's like all these emotions that you're carrying around in you that surround everything when it comes to Jeff. And when Jeff is trying to come forward, it's like having to push through this wall of pain, and you're carrying this wall of pain, and it makes it difficult for you to hear when he's trying to sit with you, and he's trying to care for you, and he's trying to bring his energy into your heart or into your space, in this plane. So Jeff tries to be with you. I just got an image in my head, like you're like you have a like a recliner. I'm not sure if it's a recliner. It's like a brown orange chair is what's in my head, but it's kind of like a old-timey wingback chair, and like you sit in this chair and there's a table next to it and there's a light, and you sit there, and like you're doing something with your hands. I don't know if you're sewing, crocheting, knitting, reading. I can't, like, I could just see you fidgeting with your hands, playing on your phone. I don't know. But Jeff he comes and he sits with you, energetically. But, like, most of the time, there's so much pain, um, in your heart that you can't feel his energy. And this is really moving into your throat space, um, because it's coming up and out, and it's the message that Jeff is trying to get across is I need you to, like, we need you to work in that space of grief and start allowing that energy to come up and out. And it's okay to be unhappy. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be hurt. It's okay to be in this pain. He's like, but I need you to feel through it so that you stop holding on to it. So you stop getting sick. So you stop feeling ill. So you stop getting all of these problems that are coming through, because there's, like, I can't fix it, and you can't feel me because you're in so much pain right now. He loves you, and he wants you to take care of yourself. And right now he feels like you're not. And he just loves you, and he wants you to take care of yourself. And he just wants to be able to hold his girl, but it's like this pain that you have in your heart just kind of pushes it out in a way. So I can understand that near the end of his life. Okay. It says Regina says that he need me. I'm in pain because of this apartment complex for the last weeks. Would be at your mom's house, okay? Um, I do all of these things, but he's talking about my mom. Okay. Well, very nice. Okay. Yeah. But he sees you there, and maybe he is talking about your mom. Maybe she needs to clear the hurt and the pain that she's carrying with her. So that's he can't connect. So, like, he can't connect, and he's just trying to take, and maybe it's to give you awareness that she's in a lot of pain right now. So, all right. All right, Hollis, do we want to do one more, or do we want to wrap it up for the night?
It's totally up to you.
Um, I It's been a long week. I don't know about you guys. It's been a long week for me. So I think I'm gonna go ahead
Hmm.
and wrap it up for tonight.
Yeah,
I hope the messages came through.
I think so. I think you did a really good job. It seemed like spirit led
There's a
didn't
couple
work as
free
well
flowing ones that
as
nobody claims. So hopefully they'll
yeah. Yeah, exactly. They could come along and claim them later. I've seen that happen. So, it's just hard to say. um all right, everyone. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's readings. Oh, okay. Looks like Tabbie got it's frozen again.
Oh, I'm back.
good old good old Windows
I
based
think it's the
computers.
weather.
Good old Windows
Uh-huh.
based computers. Yeah. um so I hope you guys enjoyed the readings today and enjoyed your readings this evening, and remember, your spirits are always with you. Spirits are always with you, always and forever. They're constantly trying to guide you and help you and go in the right direction. So it's really about getting in touch with that. So I just want to let you all know. And I'm glad that you were here to tap in with Tabbie, and I hope that these messages help you, even if they weren't for you. I agree, Nelia. They're beautiful messages, and Annie said, "Great job, Tabbie," and Elaine said, "Thank you for some beautiful messages." So, all of you in the group and around, thank you, Lynette. Lynette said, "Thank you." And so Lynette also said beautiful messages in the group, and Regina said it was beautiful. So I'm glad that you all appreciate that. And remember that a full reading is easier actually than these spirit led readings are actually harder, because
They
then we
are.
have to sort of, yeah, they are. It's live, you feel a little bit more pressure, and you also have to sort through quite a bundle of spirits around you because there's a whole bunch of people watching you right now. Yep. Yep. Totally get it. Yeah. Barbara
Yeah,
said thank you. Is amazing.
it's beautiful. It's beautiful to feel the energy, but it feels like I don't know how to explain it. It feels like somebody like each there's like a little tug each time when I'm going
Hmm.
into moving into the energy with the loved one. 'Cause I may not know anything about what the situation is, but they're like, they expect their loved one to know as soon as I open my mouth. And I was like, that's a little mean.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
because we don't always know what they're talking about. So, yeah.
Right. Right. Yeah. Carrie said she loved all the messages. So, yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoy this, and remember that you
Thank
can
you.
book with Tabbie right above there. And I hope that you consider having a full size reading, a full length reading, because that's really where the love is. That's really where the connection is. And I see readings as you think these mini readings are helpful. These guys say that this is like their therapy or whatever, these lives, and I'm like, you guys, um what do you think happens when you're in a full size reading like
Yeah.
that? Then you won't even need the lives, and you can do it on demand at your time, at a place, at a time, and a day that works for you, you know? So and that's it's true,
Yeah.
but these lives are
Messages can
also
be
meant for the
life
community.
changing.
Yeah, they can. Yeah. um
Yeah.
So Lauren, in the group, is asking about Lauren. I'll come in and look, but usually I have to connect on Zoom to get real details about the ghost in the house. But I'm an exorcist, and I can help you figure out how to deal with it or what to do about it. Okay. All right. I'll try to come and look in the group when we're done. Anyway, do you want to say anything else, Tabby? Did you want to say anything else? Sorry, you jumped. Your connection must not be so good.
Just
Okay.
thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be here. Thank you for, no, it's crazy.
I
It's
can tell
cranky
your
today,
connection's
apparently. Thank you
it's
so much,
cranky.
Hollis. I appreciate being here. I thank everybody who showed up, and I hope that they enjoyed their messages tonight.
Yeah, and you guys don't forget about there's a class on Tuesday, practice group on Tuesday night. If you want to practice mediumship, check it out. It's in the events area, Tuesday night. See you all then. probably see you for a live before then. Anyway, good night.
Good night.
Are you seeking guidance on your spiritual journey? Need help with a vexing problem? Missing a loved one and looking for answers? Look no further than Psychic Insights, a small trusted psychic service offering mediums, psychics, and spiritual coaching. This service is managed by Hollis Taylor, a gifted psychic medium, astrologer, and a compassionate coach. We are dedicated to helping you navigate your spiritual awakening. At Psychic Insights, we provide medium readings and psychic insight to help you plan for tomorrow and make choices for today. Find the support you need, compassionate grief coaching, and astrological insights to help you spiritually grow and transform. Our professional services include well-managed schedules, recorded sessions, and reliable psychic mediums ready to facilitate your transformational experience. Discover more at psychicinsights.life.